Love him or hate him, Rodrigo Roa Duterte is undeniably the most polarizing, most controversial, and some say the greatest president the Philippines has ever had, and possibly the greatest in the world. From his iron-fisted war on drugs to his fearless stance against foreign powers, Duterte reshaped the nation like no leader before him. But was he a hero or a villain? Let's dive into the life, the legacy, and the legend of the man called Digong. But first, if you want more great historical videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Before he was the president who shook the world, Duterte was the Punisher of Davao City, known for turning a once crime-infested metropolis into one of the safest cities in Asia. But how did a small-town mayor become the most powerful man in the Philippines? His secret: raw, unfiltered honesty. While traditional politicians played it safe, Duterte spoke the language of the people, harsh, direct, and loaded with profanity. The elites hated it, but the masses loved it. And so, in 2016, the people made their choice. Duterte won by a landslide, and the Philippines would never be the same again. The moment he took office, Duterte declared war not against countries, but against crime. His brutal crackdown on illegal drugs left thousands dead, sparking outrage from human rights groups. His critics called it a human rights disaster. His supporters, they called it justice. While the West condemned him, ordinary Filipinos felt safer in their streets. But the question remains, did Duterte's war on drugs save the nation? Or was it a bloodbath that stained his legacy? Hence came the shocking break from tradition. While past leaders cozied up to the US, Duterte cursed them out and pivoted toward China and Russia. Was this a masterstroke of diplomacy or a dangerous gamble? Some called him a genius, playing both sides for the country's benefit. Others feared he was selling the Philippines to China. The truth? That depends on who you ask. Beyond the controversies, Duterte launched one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in Philippine history. Build, build, build. Highways, airports, bridges, an unprecedented transformation that aimed to modernize the country. But was it enough? While some projects flourished, others faced delays and questions of sustainability. Will these developments withstand the test of time? Then came the pandemic. COVID-19 tested Duterte's leadership in ways no one could have predicted. Lockdowns, financial aid, and aggressive vaccination programs dominated his final years in office. Critics slammed his hard lockdowns as excessive. Supporters praised his swift vaccine rollout. But one thing was clear: Duterte's leadership left a permanent mark on the nation. Never one to shy away from controversy, Duterte's speeches were often laced with expletives and shockingly blunt remarks. From cursing world leaders to joking about serious issues, his words often sparked outrage. But did these unfiltered outbursts reflect genuine leadership or reckless rhetoric? Despite the backlash, his supporters saw these moments as proof that he was not a traditional politician, he was a man of the people. Despite the controversies, Duterte delivered on his promises: massive infrastructure projects, free education, and a stronger economy. As he stepped down, one thing was clear: Rodrigo Duterte didn't just rule the Philippines, he changed it. For better or worse, his legacy is set in stone. So, was Duterte the greatest president the Philippines ever had? Or the most dangerous? Let me know your thoughts, comment below.